nugget may have worked for me and my co-host, it does not mean that you can take a bite of the same nugget. You may need to nibble on it or chew on it a bit and just take what is specifically for you. So before I move any further, I need to open us up in prayer. Heavenly Father, thank you. We thank you for another day. We thank you for allowing us to hear the birds chirping today. We thank you for allowing us to feel the air blowing, allowing us to inhale and breathe the air that you bless us with each and every day, allowing us to just be a part of your word today. So, Father, we thank you for every blessed day that you allow us to open our eyes and just stand up, put our feet on the floor and stretch and say thank you. So I pray that as we cherish the moment, that our listening audience will cherish the moment too, because after all, it is live today. And that's what our health talk show is all about. Living today, each and every day, in the moment. So we cherish it. And our scripture for today is coming from Proverbs, Proverbs 21:21. And I'll be reading from the New King James Version. He who follows righteousness and mercy finds life, righteousness, and honor. Again, that was Proverbs 21:21. So my co-hosts, Ms. Rosa J. and Charlene B., they are um,
I am
we
on the line.
all right, all right. So last week, I have to say, we had to lift them both up in prayer, and I thank you all so very much for your prayers because, as you can see, they are back in full speed. Right? All right. So I thank you so much as we live life to its fullest each and every day. Disclaimer. So with our sponsors, we have, excuse me, I've already given the disclaimer. Let me go over our sponsors because, oh, without them, they actually put us on this path. So let me start out with Soul Purpose, right, ladies?
Yeah,
And then
that's what.
Young Jeffrey, and
Yeah.
then my Econ, Carrot Bars, oh,
So the life
Total Life
changes.
Change. Oh my goodness, we just put it all in the mixing pot. Did I miss anything? Forex. Oh, and wait a minute, my brick and mortar. Curves in Fort Washington,
Yeah.
right? So I just have it all in there. And believe it or not, it has become an intriguing part of our lives. But all of those businesses mixed into one help in a different way, but help elevate our lives. And we just want to continue to share it with you. So, Miss Charlene D, what is
Yeah.
going
How you
on?
doing, sister?
All right. Well, I want to make sure we get our guest in today, and I don't want to put anyone on the spot. But Miss Charlene D, do you want to introduce our lady of the hour for today?
Miss Natasha Allen. Well, Miss
Yes.
Natasha Allen. She was one of the sole purpose representative. I'm not sure exactly how long she was in sole purpose, but I know she was in for a long time. And longevity, that's where we all met. And she's an entrepreneur at heart. She had a little nails on wheels or pedicure on wheels, I believe. She has a daughter, a beautiful young daughter. She's married. She lives out in Baltimore, Maryland, and she has a heart for people. So, Miss Natasha Allen, are you on the line?
I'm here. I am here. I want to thank you, ladies, for this wonderful golden opportunity. And I'm great to be here on the call with you on today.
Yes, thank you so much for joining us. So, Miss Natasha, your business has grown in leaps and bounds. And so that we do not stumble on or take anything away because I see you out there each and every day doing it. So please enlighten us. Before I tell you to share your story or what you do, let me get if we can get some more listeners on here now. So if we have anyone that's listening or you want to listen later, we are on Facebook Live, Live Today Health Talk. But you can also join us on the streaming broadcast network at 515-604-9292. I will repeat that. It's 515-604-9292. Now, I will hand it back over to our guest, Mrs. Allen. Take it away and tell us what you do.
Okay, so my name is Natasha Allen, as the lady just shared with you. And so what I do is I help women to put the mask on themselves. And so earlier on, growing up, I have a family full of women. There's not many guys in the family. My mom was one that always, liked to host parties and do different things to bring the family together and friends. And, once you visited once, you were no longer a friend, you were just automatically family. And so through all of that, in 1997, when college truly just didn't work for me because they said my parents made too much, I turned to the nail care industry, which has been really rewarding since 1997, and just always just in love doing parties. And so I started off of just going to the senior centers, of going around and just pampering people, and I saw the joy that it brought to people as well as it was therapeutic to myself. And so I started. Chocolate Mobile Designs back then, and then in 2016 rebranded into Nurture by Natasha because that's what Natasha do is nurture people. And so with my mom being a nurse and many other people in the family of being in the medical field, in the African American community, so many people deal with diabetes and so many other different things and as well as stress, deals with the heart and different things like that. And so with, having Nurture by Natasha and having Ladies Night Out and different aspects of the wellness world that we cover, it helps to not only just bring women together, but to help them to really get back to them and put the mask on them. And oftentimes as queens, we don't do that enough. And so it's okay to laugh and have great laughter or a chuckle, so to say, but, many people don't have great laughter. And so I find, with the parties and the gatherings and fellowship in the different churches, that, it brings together great fellowship where people can, have a great time and really get out and enjoy what it is that they're doing when they're doing it. So I've been doing this probably now for about almost 20 years of doing Nurture by Natasha. And, we make natural handmade products that we use for our guests, as we call them, because everyone's a guest when they get nurtured. And so with our products, it definitely helps with different eczema and dry skin and different skin disorders that people go through. But then it also makes you feel good and also provide that aromatherapy with the essential oils that we use as well.
Wow. So you said 20 years, Natasha.
Yes.
Wow. For our listening audience, I don't know. We're going to have to share a picture of Miss Natasha on our Facebook page. And please forgive me for not doing that in advance. But my sister don't look too much over no 20 years old for her to talk about going into the nursing home and pampering other ladies and everything. So she's definitely been blessed, I tell you. She's definitely been blessed. And with her family deciding to give back. Wow. So we thank you. If I may say, thank you for your services, ma'am. Thank you for your services. And if you would tell us along this journey, what is it that actually motivates you? What is it that when you get up and, say, okay, what do I have to do today? That actually makes you jump up and look forward to it and getting out that door to go serve other people?
What really motivates me is that God has already blessed me. I feel that, when He wakes me up. And so we're all here as vessels. And so I'm a vessel. And so my goal is every day that if I can put a smile on someone's face, and oftentimes, too many people don't get out and give compliments all day. And so I enjoy getting outside of my castle and complimenting women and letting them know that they're beautiful, to know their worth. And, the good old Lord wakes me up each and every day. And so if he's already waking me up, then it's my duty to go and fulfill the rest of the day, to rejoice and help others to be glad in their day. And so I'm forever grateful for just everything. And, just seeing, everything that my mom has instilled in me, and she's no longer here, but to just see how, even in the midst of her disabilities or whatever, when she was sick, to see that she still pressed on. And so I must definitely carry the torch of her legacy to just keep going on, even with her being a nurse when she was here, to just carry on and just to share the love. So that's what
Well,
really
thank
keeps me
you.
going.
Yes, thank you. Because um, I know we all know each other, so I know we all have had journeys, and it's been times where the road has gotten tough, and we could have said, you know what, I have to take care of my household or my immediate family. I don't have time to go and tend to others, but yet I know each one of us on this line do it, not just on the weekends, but day after day after day. So we're not just, well, Natasha's a wife, and then we are mothers, caregivers, but yet nurturers outside of our home. So Natasha shared about part of what helps her get started on the mental side. But Natasha, can I dig a little deeper and ask you, what's your daily routine like? Because I know that that's also where we have to take care of us. So share with us, how do you take care of you? What's Natasha's regimen for taking care of her to make sure that she's strengthened and focused, and that willing and able vessel is able to stand tall and strong and serve others?
So my daily regimen that I do on a daily basis is I wake up every day with prayer. That's a given. Especially when you have a teenager in your house and you're married. There could be some challenges, with family as well. And so definitely, I feel like I must start my day out with definitely with prayer. I have a reading journal that I read every day, and I take notes of that. And then I journal a lot. I journal a lot because it's always nice to reflect back on things that you've gone through or that you're going through. And so I write a lot to clear my head, and which helps me a lot. When it's time to go to bed, you're not taking all of that and put it on the pillow. But the most best part of my week is taking that me time that I teach my guests to do. Is the getting back to you part and putting that mask on. Is that oftentimes we go so much, and we have to be here at a certain time, and we have to punch a clock there, and you got to be omnipresent for the children, and if you have grandchildren, you got to do that, and you got to be a wife, and if you're a trustee, things at church just never ends. And so in the midst of everything you do 7 days a week, you got to find some time within in there for you, to get back to the inner you. And oftentimes, we don't do that enough. We just feel like we as queens, we have to be omnipresent for everyone else, but you can never pour from an empty cup. So oftentimes I really have to take a step back and let my family know today is all about me. It's a me day, that I need to really take time for me, to get back to me. And it really allows me to hit that reset button, to really see life more clearer, and to know which direction it is that I'm destined to go in.
Well, you said a couple of things because, and I'd like to reiterate. Charlene, Natasha says she journals. Now, I'm going to be honest here. I've tried journaling plenty of times, and then life happens, and I start getting busy, and then I look at that journal, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I've missed a couple of days, a couple of weeks, and either of you have that problem, or is it just me?
Yeah, I have that problem. I'm not focused on that. I guess everybody's different.
Yeah. So then I try to go back to it and I'll, catch up. I've never had a chance to reread one also. Have either of you?
No.
No. Natasha, have you ever had a chance to go back over your journal and just ponder on it? Or do you even care to?
Yes,
I guess.
I definitely I do that. If I'm going somewhere, I carry a little. I have several journal books. I carry one around in my purse, and I keep one beside the bed. That way, if I happen to, leave one behind, and sometimes I'm just sitting and not much to do, in between of sitting still at a meeting or something, and I'll just read back over some of my notes. At times, I will.
So maybe that's the key. I need to take some mini ones and just keep them with me. So thank you for that tidbit. Maybe that's just it. Instead of trying to wait till the end of the day and and capture everything, just carry one with me. All right. So thank you so much for that. So if I may move, go ahead.
Hey, ladies, it's Rosa J. Doing it God's way. Hey. I apologize for my tardiness. Hey, Natasha. Hey, Natasha.
Hey.
It is so amazing. Yes, I
Yes.
am. I apologize. Just some stuff, personal life showed up, and so I am enjoying life. And
All right. Well, look, I'm doing a dance. We got a full house today. Hey! Thank you. Look, we did our prayer. And all right. And then we all know each other, too. How about that? So no strangers in the house today. So, ladies, let's give our listening audience some nuggets they going to chew on for a long time.
yeah, God is
So,
amazing.
Natasha, we want to flip this now. So now we talked about how giving and serving and everything has been in your household and it's all in our blood, in our DNA. But what made you decide to flip it and become an entrepreneur? I'm sure we can guess, but how was that journey when you decided to take all that?
No one in my family is an entrepreneur. I mean, they may do little things here and there, but they just may do it for a moment because it's an activity that was given to them at that particular time. But, being around wonderful women, as you all hear on the line, and just getting around a different ring of people, it truly opens your eyes to see that there's more. And I see how my parents have, still running, well, my dad is still running the 40-year rat race. And, I got tired of living from paycheck to paycheck. And, we have gifts. And so I'm one that I'm going to use all of them until the good old Lord sound the trumpet. And so in the midst of using my gifts, I see the rewards that it gives me. And so I say, hey, I'm on to something. People enjoy what it is that I bring to the table. And then, people that see you when you show up for yourself that want it more than you want it for yourself and give you tools. It was like, wow, like I'm really on to something. And so it's just in me, just every day that I just enjoy what it is I do. It doesn't even really feel like work. It's just very enjoyable. And so it's just always just, been a part back since sitting on the steps as a teenager of cutting up nail brushes and, designing people nails, sitting on the front steps when, you have to ask, could you get up off the steps? And so it's just always just been something that I always enjoyed doing. And so I've just turned it into a business.
Amen. So that was a monumental step right there because, like you said, no one in your family had taken that step so you didn't have anybody to look at or to follow.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess, is that something else we have in common here, ladies?
Yes.
Are we all leading the way in our families as entrepreneurs?
Yeah. Yeah. That is true.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
One thing that I realize is that God brings like-minded people together to assist in everything. And so we have no other choice but to be the team members because we are of like mind. We see the truth and we're going after the dream. the goal that God said that we are. That we are His children.
All right.
And we're supposed to be abundant. And a job ain't going to get you there. It might help you get there, but it ain't the end all to be all. Let me tell you that. I commend everybody on this line. Natasha, I remember when I first met you, I think I came up to one of your affairs. I had heard about you in Soul Purpose, and I came up to an affair, and I got that was so long ago. God, time goes by so fast. And now look at you. I listen to you, girl. I'll be like, this sister is on target so many times. So many times. I love the way we have expanded. To have started with just one idea and expanded into multiple streams of income. Did you talk about that? That's amazing.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. So
And
I
thank you for sharing my
one.
food.
Say that
Go
again.
ahead. Rosa?
Oh, no, go ahead.
No, I think Natasha was going to say something, and I think you were still asking a question.
You was asking me of how did I add on different things onto my business?
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I've added on natural skincare products as well to offer, those different entities into my business. So not only, you just get the pampering, but I also educate you on, the products of why they're useful to your skin as well as to your family as well. And so they have multiple uses, and we ship worldwide.
Oh, let's give her a hand, ladies, because she ended with, and we're worldwide. So let's share. If anyone wants to get in touch with Natasha, it's nurturebynatasha.com, and she also can be found on Instagram at Nurture by Natasha or Bling on Budget, and on Twitter it's Nurture Natasha, or on Facebook on her Facebook page, Nurture by Natasha, VIP page, Nurture by Natasha. Now, with Nurture by Natasha, she does not just pampering, she does, the full-fledged spa party, if anyone wants to get in touch with her. She does spa parties, she does fundraisers, birthday bashes, bling parties, wellness sessions. And Natasha, what is the other one with the church? Because it's not coming to me right now, but it's pasta. What? Come on, help me out.
Yeah, so I go out to different churches. It's a great way for churches to get together to fellowship as well as to have a fundraiser that's 100% where, the church doesn't have to provide anything, but we do a pamper, praise, and pasta. So it's a great way to fellowship over great food, fun, and also getting pampered all at the same time.
All right. So one more time for our listening audience.
It's a tongue
Pamper,
twister. Pamper, praise, and pasta.
All
And
right.
so we have one coming up on June the 29th at Zion Hill Baptist Church in the local surrounding DMV area. And all the proceeds will be going to Flint, Michigan. They still have their water crisis. And so 100% of all the proceeds, I'll be donating my day, and all the proceeds will go back to Flint. And we'll be going in July to pass out water to them.
Wonderful, wonderful. So you guys will physically be going down there, or you're shipping?
Yes, we'll be physically going. This is the second year that I've gone. My church has gone 5 times. Last year we passed out 81,400 bottles of water. And so it was really amazing to really go to meet the community of Flint and just to hear all the stories of how the water has really affected them. And so it was, I can't wait to go back. It was really heartbreaking to see how many people have lost their hair, how many children lead levels are up, and it takes about 120 bottles just to fill a bathtub to take a bath. And they've also gone up on the cases of water, how much the water costs in order for them to buy water. So it's really, really definitely needed.
So two things then. One, for anyone that may be listening and may not know the background with what happens with Flint, Michigan. And then two, how anyone can donate, if you would. Please share.
Um, if you would like to donate, you can go to my website of nurturebynatasha.com and go under our upcoming events. The flyer is there. If you wanted to make a donation, 10 cents literally buys a bottle of water. And so we can get water from Sam's Club that'll be shipped down there for us to pick up when we get there. So any donation, big or small, or however you would like to, if you would like to come and go along, that's absolutely fine as well. I'm sure my bishop will be greatly appreciated. But it is truly, truly an eye-opening experience.
All right. Well, thank you. So if I may, Rosa, Charlene.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So now I want to go into the wellness sessions because Natasha has one of our favorite books or one of our favorite sayings on her website also listed in her website. So a shout out to Longevity and Dr. Wallet and Dead Doctors Don't Lie. And Charlene, she has the document on there also when we talk about, so ladies, would either of you care to elaborate on the deficiencies in our minerals today?
You talking about the document 364?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that-
260 US.
Oh,
Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm.
yeah, 260, yeah. Well, that document is basically, it can be Googled by anybody to really tell you about what has happened to the U.S. soil and how it has been depleted from the ground, the minerals that basically that we're supposed to have in our food. And this is why our food has not been actually grown correctly because we don't have the mineral has been depleted. So when you go into the grocery stores and you wonder why everything looks so huge or they too small and all these other things, it's because they're either putting something in it or it's not being grown correctly. And that's why so many of our children nowadays, if you think about how before the new millennium even it hit, how before everything was you might say it was healthy, but really it wasn't. But it wasn't as bad. The kidney diseases started coming in. People on dialysis, the cancer started kicking in, and all this other stuff started kicking in. And this is why people are getting so sick. Is because they're putting stuff in our food. We are not actually getting what we're supposed to get from our food from the ground because there isn't anything in there. And that's just in a nutshell. I can't even recall when I went over to I went to Bermuda, our sister friend that has passed on to be with the Lord, Evelyn. And when I went over there in Bermuda and seen how the fruit, the bananas and stuff is growing on the trees and everything, and I'm like looking at this, and when we come home and look at our food, how our food it goes bad so fast. There's a big difference. Those island places. Their minerals are there, but the United States, we don't have it. Our minerals has been depleted a long time ago, and the government is not going to tell you that. But you can find it. You can find it on Google. Back to you, Tiff and Rosa.
Right. Natasha or Rosa, would either of you care to add on to that? Because that's key. And I just laughed when I saw it on Natasha's feed referring to the Dead Doctors because I know we haven't talked about it in a mighty long time.
Yes, it's really, really, nice to really read and educate yourself. Even just visiting my daughter's school throughout the week, which I'm really grateful that I have the flexibility, is, you see so many children that's in the school system that's dealing with ADHD and so many other things. But if you really read the back of your cereal boxes with the different niacins and, really educate yourself on, even just the Flintstone gummies. And I remember loving on them when I was a little girl. And it's like, Flintstones ain't even safe for your kids anymore. And so really educating yourself on what it is that you're feeding your family, is more now than ever. Really knowing the facts of what's in your food and where is it coming from, and knowing what those numbers read on your vegetables, even though they're just supposed to be just vegetables, but knowing what chemicals and things and are they safe to eat. And so I think, once we as a community really, or a nation, so to say, really, educate ourselves, then, we know better. We can definitely do better for our families.
And that is so true because there's nothing that could actually happen to change the state of the soil in America right now because we don't cook the same way. The only way the minerals get into the ground and the soil is by fire of wood, coal, those kinds of things. And we don't do that anymore. And isn't it amazing how California forests, every year, they have these huge, horrendous fires that are non-stoppable. And they do damage to other people's homes and their property and everything. But what they really do is replenish the soil. So the earth is replenishing the soil the way that it does it. And sometimes it does cause a lot of damage. But I agree with you, Natasha. If you know better, you can do better. There is a way to feed your family healthy vegetables, healthy food. And fresh food is the best way. Organic food is even better. Farmers markets are even better. Even when you go to NDC, to the international market, their foods are healthier. Their vegetables are healthier because it's like Charlene said, they come from a land where they don't put chemicals in their soil to grow vegetables. And if from the old time eating a peach and eating a peach of today, it tastes totally different. A banana does not have seeds anymore. I don't know if you've noticed that. But it's supposed to have seeds in the middle. But it doesn't. Watermelons don't have seeds anymore. But it's supposed to. How else can it recreate itself? So yeah, awareness is the first thing. And I'm not suggesting that you stop buying food at the grocery store. I think that you should be aware of what you're putting in your stomach and stay away. We did that show a couple of years ago. Stay away from the inner aisle. You shop on the outside where the fresh stuff is, and the farmers market and places like that. And woe to us in America because the government is actually paying people to do GMOs, to do modified seed growth, and actually trying their darndest to do away with organic vegetable farms. Even down to the eggs you eat, the beef you eat. Are those animals coming from a free range where they're fed only nutritious foods and not a lot of supplements? That's why our children are not doing well. That's why our children are obese. We are what we eat. So if you eat modified meats and vegetables and eggs and that stuff, that's what your body's going to show up as. And it's never too late to change. So we talk about the weight loss. Natasha, I know you do that.
That is so true.
What are some of the what are some
I
of
don't
the
know, Rosa.
minerals
We
that you use?
may have to bring that show back.
Yeah, I think so. And we have to ask Natasha to come along because she knows too.
Mm-hmm.
We really need some support, Natasha. What you say?
All right.
Yeah.
I hear
We
you
went
to that.
We were in the store the other day, and I saw another label, so not just GMO, I saw a GME. And I was like, oh my. Well, they telling you it's engineered. And like Rosa said, I was telling them, I said, you shouldn't eat that if it don't have a seed, because that's letting you know that it's not live.
Right. Yes.
Yes.
Wow.
But we come from a society, the generations of today are used to fast, let me get it now, food, you know. So it's supposed to be easy for you to cook, but what are you really cooking? I'm the type of person that, I couldn't cook minute rice for a long time. I could not cook minute rice. I had to start from scratch. It's the same way about oatmeal. If I don't do oatmeal from the real oats, my oatmeal doesn't turn out right. There are certain foods that I just cannot do instantly. Instant potatoes, things of that nature. I stay away from that stuff.
Well, the
And people
newness
ask
that
me,
they
well,
have
why
in
do
the
I
store, that's
Uh-oh. Did we lose somebody or somebody else?
No, I'm here.
Okay. Was that Natasha
Life
or
is,
Charlene coming in?
I'm still on.
Okay.
I'm still
Okay.
here.
All righty. So Rosa was talking about instant and quick and right now, and that goes back to Natasha was saying she was fortunate to be able to go to her daughter's school due to her entrepreneurial background now or her lifestyle. She's able to what? Come on, lady. She's able to control her own schedule basically. So now she's able to go to her daughter's school. But when we talk about being a mom though, and we talk about the instant this and need this right now and quick this and being an entrepreneur, then I have to come back and ask Natasha, how do you do it? How do you manage all of those multiple, how do you juggle it? All those multiple things going on at one time, each and every day, and in any given hour, something could change. So how do
That's
you
true.
manage it?
It can be very challenging. It can be. Sometimes my daughter brings home her field trip papers home really late and they say we need a chaperone. But, as an entrepreneur, you really have to, you're an entrepreneur every day. So it's not like a light switch, you turn it on and off. It's just in you. It's just, it's just something that you do. And so, I bring my business bag along with me. I can work from my cell phone. I can still make phone calls in the midst, providing where we are. And if they take lunch, then I step away and she has that time with her classmates. But I'm always passing out business cards. No one is safe. And so, no matter where I go at, even when I go to church on Sunday, I have my bag with, decency and order on Sunday. I'm selling jewelry in the sanctuary or, wherever it is that I go, I'm always sharing because you just never know who that next opportunist is. And I don't want to leave no leaf unturned. So no matter where I go at, my car is a driving billboard. So it's all over my vehicle. But, I really try my best to manage my day. I do start off on Sunday of sitting down on Sundays. Saturday I kind of start, but Sunday I kind of like wrap it all up of what my week's gonna look like. It's not gonna always pan out that way, but my family knows at 10 o'clock, between 10 and 11 o'clock, I'm going live. So please don't talk to me, and they know that it's like my me time. It's my business time, and so with allowing your family to see what it is that you do, even though it may not be their thing, as they always say, they respect that and they know that, hey, if you go out to eat dinner, it came from the fruits of my labor. So, they see what it is that I do and they respect my grind of what it is that I do because it's a legacy that I'm trying to leave behind. And it's not just for myself, it's for my family. And so they actually see that. But you definitely have to be disciplined and focused. I learned that last year. You definitely have to have a GPS and knowing which way you're going to go within your day and not hitting the floor on Monday and trying to figure out, okay, am I going east or I'm going west? You definitely have to have a blueprint to stay on task throughout your day, and measuring my day with time. So if I know that I want to make calls, I set my timer and get it in. And if things happen to arise, then okay, I have this many more minutes that I still need to tidy this up and do that. And it may not always happen, and that's where being an entrepreneur and being around like-minded people, that you can definitely reach out and see what tips and tools that they're using so that you can better discover your day and what's going to work better. So I find that definitely staying around like-minded individuals is super important.
And if I might ask, you said leaving a legacy. Each one of you ladies has already embedded a legacy in your family members because they're watching you each and every day. So I know for Rose and Charlene and myself, we have grand. So Natasha, let me ask you, so what type of questions does your daughter ask you as she looks up to you and she sees your quote unquote grind, but yet she sees you being so supportive with her and so gentle and so patient with her? And so what kind of questions does she ask mom, about when I grow up, or about her business? Or I know my friends even ask me about how, where the money is coming from sometimes when we go places, because they know it's like, okay, was this part of the business? So come on, ladies, let me hear it, right?
So she does. She does ask. I do take her along with me because I want her to see what it is that I do, and not just, sometimes with some events where I can't take her along. So she does always ask. She's always worried about the coins of how much did we make. And I tell her sometimes, you didn't come and go, so you didn't want to go this time, so you didn't make anything. But I truly, keep her in the midst of what's going on, and not just verbally, but in black and white, because I want her to begin to know that, college is fine. If she wants to go to college, that's fine. But you don't need a college degree to pursue whatever it is, everything that you want to do. So if you're looking to be an entrepreneur and it's some gifts that you have, these are the steps. And so I'm really open and transparent with her in the midst of going through the journey. And it's not always easy on the day to day of being an entrepreneur. So I do, share that not only just with her, but also with my audience as well. That, every week is not always grand, but, planting those seeds is truly important to just lay the seed down in the soil. And eventually, you keep doing it. Someone's out there watching. And so eventually, the seed will definitely push through all the dirt and all the challenges and obstacles. So, I just share those things with her to just let her know, the way you go to get that A and that B in school, I'm out here trying to get A's and B's to make sure that you can have nice things. So I put it to her in a form of layman's terms that she can understand as well.
Charlene, Rosa, Grand Kisses, ask you guys some questions that you can laugh at sometimes, to just, ponder or be amazed at how their minds work, especially towards our business.
Well, my grandgirls, they don't really see me doing my business because they're not with me all the time. But one thing they do know, then I'm praying. I'm always praying. And my youngest one, she was in the hospital one time, and I told my daughter to put her on the phone, and when she got on the phone, she said, "Hey, G Ma." I said, "Hey, I know you getting ready to go do some surgery. I just want to pray with you." She said, "G Ma, you always praying." And that right there kind of like let me know, okay, she's watching me. No matter what I'm doing, she's watching me. So, but when they get a little bit older, because they like 6 and I think the other one is like 8 or whatever, when they hear more, I can be able to show them about what I'm doing as far as the business. Now, I can't say when my oldest one, it was just her. I introduced her to the Soul Purpose shea butter, and of course she wasn't number like 3 years old, and of course she wanted to put it all over her body, but she don't know nothing about that. But she knew it smelled good because she got going, Jima, so but like I said, they don't know too much about my business. But once I had them hear
more often I will be able to show them.
That's
Yeah,
funny
that's
though.
great that you
But
said that. You know, we're sharing the product with them, because that
hmm
is super important. Now, the product truly makes a difference, and so that's what really brought us all together was the product. And so the products have truly
yeah,
helped my daughter with ADHD as well as her eczema. So I'm forever grateful for the Young Jolly Soul Purpose community. Mhm.
wow,
Yeah.
yeah, that is. And then for our grandkids, I know they all see us praying, and I've even asked mine to start leading in prayer now because
Mhm.
they need to learn just like they need to learn with these products, and the natural products is something that they won't forget because they'll when they
Mhm.
become, when they start purchasing and having purchase power, they can make their mind up too as far as what they want to buy
Mhm.
because they'll know the difference.
Mhm.
So,
Right.
with
Yeah.
planting, or yeah, definitely planting that seed in them.
Yeah. Yeah, my children, they grown, they're in their 20s and 30s, but I have started
Hmm.
telling them about finances because, finances wasn't really taught, to me correctly like I know now about, the carry bars and, being able to, have itemized deductions on your taxes and being able to do cryptocurrency and stuff like that. So that's something right there. Now I'm teaching my kids, my grown up children
All
that,
right.
but
Mm-hmm.
trying to get them on the ball. But even with their mindset, they still kind of like have the wrong mindset, and I'm trying to teach them. But sooner or later, they're grasp onto it. They'll grasp right on to it.
Mommy, they're gonna watch you. They're gonna
Mhm.
watch you. Just like in the word, the light and the salt. They're gonna watch and they're gonna see because they're gonna see your life changing. Yeah.
Exactly.
Natasha, Rosa,
Yeah.
I was
is
going to
Rosa
say
still
that
with you? Okay, go ahead. I was trying to see, is Rosa still with us, or did we lose her?
okay, guys, can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am. All righty.
So, you can hear me. I have this one thing to say. Are you listening?
Yes, we hear you.
I don't think they can hear me.
Uh-uh.
We hear you. We hear you. Now we don't hear you.
Okay, I hear you. Okay, so I wanted to commend you, Charlene and Natasha and um, Tiffany, for showing your grandchildren and your children what you do, even if they're not involved right now, because one day they're going to wake up here. So I'm directing traffic here too. I just wanted to say that, and I'm putting you back on mute.
Okay. All righty. So, Natasha, what's next?
Yeah.
Well, tell us if you may. Share your vision. What's next?
So my vision is to unite women worldwide. And I feel like, a lot of people feel like women don't support each other. We have some that do, and then we have some that don't. And so, we all have something to bring to the table. And so, last month, I had a business shower. And so, through with Nurture by Natasha, with the business shower, is to link people together, women together mainly, that can come together and share their gifts. As I stated, earlier on, that we have great chuckles, but we don't have great laughter. And just to, bridge the gap and support each other in what it is that we do. And so, to definitely to take Nurture by Natasha on the road is a great way that I can travel more and to link arms with like-minded individuals to share what it is that they do. That way, coming to North Carolina, South Carolina, or Atlanta, to just, have a ring of women that already passionate about what it is that they do, that we can link arms together and come together and just be a blessing to each other with our services and our products.
Amen. Amen. And I think that's kind of like what brought us all together here again as well. So if you don't mind, would you share maybe just one mentor, somebody that may have sown into your life, or somebody that you may have had a chance to peek into their life and they inspired you to carry on?
I'm forever grateful for my business coach, Miss Vanessa Canterbury. She has truly pushed me beyond my limitations that I had on myself. Oftentimes we know the greatness that we have inside of us, but when you have someone that see you go live on social media all the way from Chicago, and find out how they can get in contact with you to want to keep expanding you and taking you more and more out of your comfort zone. I think over the last 3 years that I've known her, I think she has like truly eliminated my whole comfort zone of me getting outside of me to just do more with Nurture by Natasha. So she's always pushing me and throwing ideas at me. So she is truly a blessing, and her story is truly remarkable, of her losing her job and wasn't able to find a job. And so with her just sharing her story, sometimes you just never know how your story can be a blessing to someone else. To where when I met her in 2016, when I rebranded, and then in 2017, my motto was I have options. And so with that motto of I have options, it has allowed me to write more pink slips than a little bit of walking away from jobs unapologetically, of knowing my own worth, to where by the grace of God of keeping me, that I'm basically almost a full-time entrepreneur. I work part-time just to get out the house to be around people, because entrepreneurship can be really, really lonely, of not, being around people. But she has truly, truly been a blessing and to helping me to stay the course.
Amen. Amen. Co-host ladies, did you have anything else? We're checking our time before I go into our closeout.
No, I don't have any more questions.
Mm-hmm. Rose J. Natasha, I want to say to you, thank you so much. And I praise God for you hearing and seeing. And like you just mentioned, you rebranded, and I'm sure you are seeing the fruits of your labor from rebranding. So you had a shift. And I thank you so much for being that vessel, being willing to see the changes within you and coming outside of your comfort zone. Thank you so much for stepping out there and leading the way, because as we've all said, you'd be surprised who's watching. It may not be the ones that you want to be watching, like right there in your household, but you never know. Like you said, that coach reached out to you because she saw you somewhere on social media, didn't know you, didn't know you at all, but she saw you and she reached out to you. So for Natasha and my beautiful co-host, may we all continue to be a blessing to others. I pray that we'll all allow our Heavenly Father to lead us and guide us. And I thank our listening audience for joining us. Thank Natasha Allen for joining us today. And even if you're listening to this in the future, let me share Natasha's contact information once more. That's nurturebynatasha.com for her website. She's also on Instagram and Twitter, at Nurture by Natasha on Instagram and Nurture Natasha on Twitter. And again, don't forget, if you want to help Flint, Michigan with the water that they need, she also said her church is doing a fundraiser. You can go to her website and find out that information too. So as we all know, we all, as an entrepreneur, it does get lonely out there sometimes. So let's reach out and help each other and support each other and take a look at what each other is doing. Even if it's not for us, that doesn't mean we can't share it with somebody else. So I thank you, ladies, and thank our listening audience once more. And thank our engineer and the platform that we are on today, with Live Today Health Talk being hosted by Life You Imagine Broadcasting Network. Ladies, you all have a blessed day, and I will look forward to next Sunday when we return.
Have a good God weekend until we meet again. Thank you, Natasha. You are amazing. Thank you, Charlene. You are doubly amazing. And Tiffany, you are typically amazing. Thank you.
God bless
engineers.
everyone.
You do a great job.